Imagine yourself owning a future champion.
Pink Lloyd, the gift that just keeps on giving.
Now immerse yourself in the potential of a young racehorse.
Giant strides from last to first.
Be part of the ownership dream with unlimited possibilities. Dreams become reality in our winner's circle. Go to ownthoroughbred.ca or call ownership specialist Stacey Roberts at the HBPA of Ontario.
Hi everybody, Dan Illman and Mike Beer, the DRF race of the day for Wednesday, March the 11th, race number 8 at Gulfstream Park. We're going 5 furlongs on the turf, a Florida-bred optional claimer. Our coverage is presented by Own a Thoroughbred. Make 2020 your year for excitement. Visit ownthoroughbred.ca for current ownership opportunities available, or join them at one of their ownership information events at Woodbine on April the 25th or May the 23rd. Event information available online, or call the HPPA of Ontario's ownership specialist, Stacey Roberts. Reserve your tickets today. Here's the field for the Wednesday race of the day. Evenly matched group on the morning line, Mike. Turf sprinters, 3 fillies against the boys. Questionable pace scenario, should be a competitive race.
I thought it was pretty tough, Dan. I looked at this race more than once just to try to figure out where I was going to go.
Let's take a look at the Timeform U.S. pace projector for this race. The 5 Dancing Destroyer, one of the horses expected to make the lead. This is a horse that has competed exclusively on the main track. This horse has speed. Boy, talk about a money burner thus far.
Had trouble breaking through. He had a lot of trouble breaking through that maiden condition at short prices, and then when he did break through, he lost again at a short price. Maybe he's better on turf. We'll find out.
Number 1 is Song River. This is one of the 3 fillies in the race, tackling the boys, making her seasonal debut for Mark Casse, even 4th last time out when turned back to this 5 furlong distance. She faced a decent runner that day. That winner of that race came back to finish 2nd in an off-the-turf allowance with a 62 buyer. This horse has shown speed sprinting in the past, and maybe it was just simply a situation where A, the turn back was a little sharp for her last time out, and B, she didn't get the greatest start.
Yeah, and maybe a little bit of giving the ground too. Maybe she didn't like that. She did steady early in that race. She lost a lot of position in that race, so I think she does have an excuse for that effort. Now she's a new 3-year-old. Her turf debut was a really sharp win. I mean, she just ran that field right off her feet. It looks like she has some talent, Dan.
The 2-man with a plan is the only 2-time winner in the field. Is a race stakes placed on the turf. 3 back in the Hollywood Beach Stakes, showed some speed, finished a decent 2nd. Let's go back to the most recent start, dangled for the $35,000 tag. The number 5 in behind horses right now. Finds a seam up the rail, Mike, but just a little bit flat late.
Yeah, he got room in this race and just wasn't quite good enough to get up there in this 35 claim. He didn't run poorly, Dan, but he certainly had his chance at it.
Wonder if the slow pace in that race worked against him just a little bit. We know he has some tactical speed. Timeform US believes he'll be close to the pace. Diel Forte is the number 3. This horse moving from dirt to turf. The last time Diel Forte raced on the turf was 2 starts back and even 4th from off the pace. The winner of that race is a nice dirt horse. Came back to run 3rd against Florida-bred non-winners of 1 other than with a 71, then 3rd in an open restricted stakes race, one of those starter stakes with an 81 buyer. So it's taken on good company. I wonder if this is the kind of horse that needs a little bit of hitting up front.
Yeah, maybe he needs a little bit of a trip in here. All in all, his overall turf sprint form is not bad. I mean, he's sort of right there every time. He's got a figure or 2 that's going to put him in the mix. He's going to be a good price in this race. I could see making a case for this horse.
Number 4 is the Virginian, and the Virginian has done very well since being switched to turf, including this maiden victory last time out. We'll watch the Virginian come from off of it. The number 2 got a very nice trip, I thought, off the pace. Still has some work to do to run down the 6-5 shot, Mike. I like the guts he showed in the lane.
He's just going to get up at the end of this race. You saw, he tried to get to this horse earlier on. He just couldn't make up any ground. I'll give him some extra credit for just forging on to the end, and he does finally get up. It was a very game win. I do feel like he's going to have to improve off of that to beat this field, but we'll see.
I agree. The form of that race hasn't exactly held up. Horses have come back in maiden company. They haven't run very well. You have to question the quality of that race. This horse has done really nothing wrong, though, since switching to turf. Dancing Destroyer, the expected pace setter, according to Timeform US, one of the fillies against the boys, trying turf for the first time. Jimmy Creed, an average first turf stallion, about 10% winners. Dam unraced on the lawn, has foaled 1 to try the surface. That horse did not win. This dam's a half to a synthetic stakes-winning sprinter. Not a ton of turf pedigree, but if you're a fan of speed going 5 on the turf, this might be your horse.
Yeah, I respect her speed to be sure. I just wanted to see a little bit more turf pedigree. Although I will say I don't mind the Jimmy Creeds on the grass. So we'll see, Dan. I could go either way on this horse. We'll see what kind of price she is.
Of the horses trying turf for the first time, perhaps the 6, Flash Pass, has the best pedigree. Gemologist is an average turf stallion, 10% winners with first-time turf runners, but the dam went 1 for 4 on the turf. She won her turf debut. She's foaled 3 turf winners from 4 to start on the surface. The second dam was a multiple stakes winner on turf. This horse was completely overmatched against Mischievous Alex 2 starts back, just didn't fire last time out. Maybe turf is what this horse has been waiting for, but I wonder if this distance is a little sharp.
It'll be interesting to see, Dan, because I know that he debuted very cheaply, but he was really impressive winning first time out. And as you say, the swale he couldn't win anyway, but you know, that running line probably looks a little worse than it is. He dueled with Mischievous Alex early in that race before he got tired. I think the last race is the one you sort of have to reconcile because it was his first start away from a really, really sharp trainer, and he did not run well at all.
Number 7 is Freezer Burn, the third filly taking on the boys. Contharos is a very good turf sprint stallion. He wins 16% of the time overall with first-time turf progeny. The dam was unraced on the service, but this horse got it done last time out on January the 10th, has been freshened up for this race. David Fawkes, a very sharp trainer. Freezer Burn, I think, could work out a pretty good trip from the outside. I think this filly has enough speed to stay close.
I thought so too. I think this horse is actually pretty interesting. I like the fact that she's sort of improved incrementally in each of her first 3 starts so far, and she has enough turf pedigree for me.
Cucina, the 8, has taken on the best company of any horse in this race. She has already stakes placed. She tried the Grade 1 Summer last time out. She caught a very yielding turf course and a very tough field. Vitology is a very good 3-year-old turf horse. Came back to run second in the Bourbon, a graded stake with a 74. Just won the Grade 3 Palm Beach at Gulfstream with an 85. I know that this horse has won at this distance on dirt, but I do wonder if it's a bit sharp for him 5 furlongs, especially from this outside post, especially off a pretty long layoff.
Yeah, all those things have to be worrisome. You know, I will say that the maiden win at 5 furlongs, I thought he ran really, really well that day. I know it wasn't a turf race; it was scheduled for turf, and it was on a sloppy track. But he ran really well in that start. I think he has some talent. Is he going to be 6-1 in this race? If he's going to be that price, I think it's very, very fair.
Well, that was the thing that I was a bit confused about. I'm pretty sure the Casino is going to be vying for favoritism in this race, considering it's Bill Mott and John Velasquez and the big drop in class and the win at this distance. I would think that this horse is going to take some money. I've been wrong about morning lines before. Let's take a look at our top picks for Wednesday's DRF race of the day. You're going with Cucina. You'd lock the 6-1 in right now.
Nobody's, more wrong about morning lines than I am. You say you've been wrong. I'm always wrong about him. If he's that kind of price, I would almost have to bet him. I'll take my chances with this horse on top.
Dancing Destroyer has been nothing but a money burner on dirt. Maybe she can get to the front in this race, and that could be all she wrote, going 5 on the turf. I want to give her one more chance. I don't think she'll be the favorite in this race. She might be close to that 6-1 morning line for Leperoux and Norm Cassie. 5-4-3-8 for me, 8-7-1-5 for Mike. The Wednesday race of the day is an approximate post of 4:36 Eastern. Good luck.